What's going on, guys? The Comics Get 2099 here. Welcome to day 220 of the 365-day graphic novel review challenge. As you can see, I'm still wearing a Snuggie. I still sound sick because I am still sick. And today, I am going to be talking about World of Warcraft Shaman by Paul Benjamin and Rossio Zucchi. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. I'm probably not. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft. I've never seen the movie. I've never played the video game. I've never read any of the other comics. But this particular story is about this species. They are basically minotaurs. They are called the Tarian, and then they live in peace with orcs. And among the orcs and the Tarian, there is a group of magic users. They are part of the Shaman Council, and their job is basically to protect the land using the elements. And then you've got this evil group of minotaur creatures that look exactly like the Tarian. They are called the Grim Totem, and we don't really know anything about them other than they are evil. And this story is about this one Tarian. 200 years ago, he fell in a hole in the ground, and then he was basically in suspended animation that entire time. And then he comes out, and he says, okay, I'm a shaman from 200 years ago, and basically we have been too passive in using the elements to protect our people. He says we need to be a little bit more assertive. Instead of asking the elements for help, we need to demand that they help us. Whereas the other guy, the protagonist of this book, his name is like Mulka or Molna or something like that. He says, no, being that assertive is a bad idea. There have been people in the past who have tried that, and it ended very badly for them. So he says we need to keep doing what we're doing. We need to follow traditions. We need to ask, and we need to say please and thank you whenever we are using the elements in any way. And basically the entire book is a battle of ideologies between these two. We have the rest of the people on the council. They're thinking, you know, this Shota guy, he makes a lot of sense. What he's saying makes a lot of sense. Here lately, we've been asking the elements for help, and they haven't been obeying us. So let's go with this guy, and let's see what he has to say. And then, not to spoil things, but things aren't what they seem. Everything kind of falls back into place by the end of the book, but there is a price that's paid. I won't tell you what the price is. I won't spoil anything else. The big thing about this book that kind of confused me a little bit is that this book wants us to be on the side of Molka or Molna or whatever his name is. It wants us to be on his side. He thinks that they should ask the elements for help, that they shouldn't be too demanding when they're using the elements. The problem is, Shota is not wrong. He says that they should force the elements to help them. The problem that I see with this battle of ideologies is it's very clear that the elements are not helping when these guys are asking for help and are saying please and thank you and are basically begging for assistance. For whatever reason, the elements are not helping these guys, but they do listen to Shota. And then later we find out that there's more to Shota than what we at first thought, but it's really weird that the book wants us to be on the side of Molna and these other people who are not listening to what Shota is selling, but then what Shota is selling actually makes quite a bit of sense. We are never told at any point in this book why the elements aren't listening to Molna and the other Tarian. We don't know why. It never explains that. It never explains why Shota is doing what he's doing. We have a very vague, very generic, he wants to destroy the world thing going on. At one point he even says he wants to destroy the world. I'll go ahead and give you that much of a spoiler. I don't know why he wants to destroy the world. It's never given to us in this book. Maybe that was something in one of the other books. I found out reading one of the interviews at the end of this book that this is not the only one in the World of Warcraft Tokyo Pop series, so maybe there's more going on here that I'm not aware of because this is the only one that I've read. But I feel like they should have done a better job of giving us those answers in this book instead of expecting me to know what's going on here if I haven't read those other books. Overall, I would say this is a decent story. I don't think that it's good enough to make me want to go and check out the other World of Warcraft books, nor is it enough to make me want to go and look at the video game. This is a decent fantasy story, but there's nothing spectacular here that makes me want to become more of a World of Warcraft fan. Maybe Warcraft fans would read this and they would have an entirely different interaction with it, but me, I thought it was just alright. So those are my thoughts on World of Warcraft Shaman. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back tomorrow with a different video. In the meantime, you guys have a great rest of the day. Catch you later.